Hey everyone, Jenny here with Sipping Streams Tea Company, and today I wanted to share with you about cloves. Now, you might think of cloves as a spice, great for the holidays, great for fall time, great for cooking, and as a spice, but did you know that there are many tea companies out there that use cloves as an ingredient for different tea blends. So you might have heard of Constant Comments, you might have heard of Market Spice, and we have our own version here at Sipping Streams called Spice Melange, which is an orange spice black tea blend. So, hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today, and feel free to write any of your questions or comments below, and I would love to answer them. So cloves are very similar in the health benefits as they are with cinnamon. It's great for its vitamins and minerals and nutrients. It's good because it has magnesium in it. It also has vitamin K and C, and then it's also high in antioxidants. People in Asia have been using it for years just because it's just good for its healing properties too. Hey, feel free to pop in anytime and let me know if you have any questions. But did you know that it also might help prevent cancer and that it's good for also killing off bacteria? So I just want to show you our quality of cloves here at Sipping Stream. So you might see that there are whole cloves here, and they are like the whole spices that you would normally get, and they are the full-on kind that you might stick actually in a ham or something like that. And the quality of the ingredients really matters, because if you're going to use clove powder, it's going to have a faster extraction rate in flavoring your tea blend very, very quickly. Cloves also helps with liver health, and that's probably why it's used a lot in spices for food, for digestion and such like that. And it also may reduce blood sugar levels. So how would you steep or infuse cloves in your tea blend? Well, cloves are extremely, extremely dense, and they are very thick, and it's very hard to penetrate them. So you will definitely want to use boiling hot water. I have one of my tea travel mugs here today, and it's great because it has this infuser right on the top, like a strainer right on the top of the thing. So I'm just going to actually throw in my serving 2.5 grams of cloves in there. Now this is 16 ounces, so technically I'm going to need 5 grams of whatever my tea is going to be. And since I'm going to actually use something with a very thin membrane of Alaskan grown peonies for my blend today, I'm going to actually start putting the boiling hot water in it first to get the cloves starting to extract. That way my peony flowers don't end up tasting really, really strong and bitter. And you can see that they're just so beautiful and floating around there. And who would have thought? This movement here is called the agony of the leaves, but however, these are spices. So agony of the spices, I guess. But it just looks like this wonderful, beautiful ballet. Now, in order to keep all the nutrients in this cup, you definitely want to cover the lid. So if you're drinking tea for medicine, definitely want to put a lid on the top of it so it doesn't steam out. Now, it is also shown that cloves may also help with bone health and also decrease stomach ulcers. But the bottom line is cloves are really good for you. They're caffeine free, and you can put them not just in your food as a spice, but also spice up your tea blends. So I have some local Alaskan peony flowers, like those large, beautiful peonies that people use for weddings and special events. So I have now started steeping my cloves at boiling water, and now later on I'm going to wait a couple minutes, because you'll want to steep your cloves for about 5 minutes total. So halfway through the 5 minutes I'm going to put in peony flowers to flavor it with peonies instead of just cloves. Not that cloves don't taste bad, but just to give it a variety, especially with my locally harvested wild peony flowers. So I'm going to want to put in 2.5 grams of my peony flowers, which is going to be quite a bit because they're so fluffy. It's going to look like there's a huge difference in volume, but in the end, it's by weight. So any professional chef or baker knows that the only true way to control your recipes is to actually have it done by weight. So I'm going to put in about 2.5 grams of peony flowers. Yeah, you just see me stuff like a bunch in there. And because my tea travel mug has a strainer in it, I'm going to put the strainer on top, so I'm not going to steep it. I'm going to actually, because I put the petals on top, I'm actually going to have to agitate it a little bit just to get my flowers to fully infuse, so all the surface area of the flowers are touching, and now you have this beautiful, beautiful infusion of peony flowers. Just be very careful if you're going to do this with anything that's boiling hot, because it could burn you. So there you go, and I can also open the lid a little bit to vent it out just a little bit. And I'm going to try some of my, oh, it smells so good. It smells just like fall. And I do taste some of my peony flowers too. Now, as long as you keep this in your cup, in the bottom of the cup, and not remove it, not take your tea ball out or whatever strainer you have, it's going to keep releasing those health benefits, those nutrients. Because truly, to get 100% of any health benefits of any plant, you're going to have to actually ingest it. Just eat the whole thing. Well, you're probably not going to eat whole cloves because they're a little bit rough. Yes, you would get fiber out of it. But the longer you leave it in there, the nice thing about cloves is that it's not going to be overly bitter if you're using 2.5 grams per 8 ounces of water. And for this, I use 2.5 grams per 16 ounces. So it has great flavor, it's not going to get bitter, and when I'm ready to drink more tea, I can put more hot water in it and make another infusion. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing any of your questions. Definitely pop them in anytime to our Sipping Streams Tea Tribe group on our private Facebook group if you're part of that. And for those of you who are interested in sharing out our subscription box to your friends and family, definitely go to our website, which is www.sippingstreams.com, and there's a link there. And plus, if you buy a year in advance, you get 2 months free. Don't forget, there's a video for every tea that we go over and send to you. But there's a different video for every tea that we go over and send to you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again next time.